Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. If anybody's not aware of this, this is an investment journey of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join the challenge from as little as $9 a month, and also to get access to our exclusive in-depth strategy video, information and details are available in the description below. In the previous video we did an important update on ticker symbol MMAT and also an important update on ticker symbol MULN, Mullen Automotive, so please refer back to that video for important updates on both stocks. In today's video we're going to be doing an important update on ticker symbol MMTLP and also on Oilco. As well as that, we'll be doing a review of our weekly watch list, so stay tuned for that. So before we make a start on that, I'm just going to have a look at what's been happening in the markets. I'm sure you're all aware the markets have been going through very tough times right now, so lots of predictions going around with regard to what's going to happen in the future. But let's have a look at one of the recent headlines here from Bloomberg, and the headline here is, so far we have the worst stock sell-off in half a century and it might not be done yet. So inflation and recession threats spell trouble ahead. Investors expect more declines and are keeping defensive positions. So it has been a chaotic 2022. So it's also been identified as the worst first half of trading on the market in the US since 1970. So not great news there. But let's now have a look at what's been happening in terms of the volatility index. So we can see that the so-called fear gauge is below levels seen in the past bear market. So one thing to bear in mind is that we are officially not yet in a recession. So we are actually in a bear market. So it's not been officially declared a recession yet. So although that may yet happen. So based on the history of past bear markets, the S&P 500 should potentially rebound towards the end of this year 2022. So that's where we possibly can expect a strong bull market, strong rebound, good upward trend and forward momentum. And in recession years it's a different story with fresh lows to come. So one of the things that a lot of investors have been seeing is bull traps, where we hit a low, you buy the dip, and then the share price goes up for a short time and then it dips again. So this is something that is has been happening quite often, so we need to be very, very careful with the trading. Obviously many stocks are at a good discount and many stocks are at a good buy price, and many of certainly the blue chip stocks will come back to reach all-time highs. That always happens. The market always recovers. So it is a case of you will not have a loss until you sell. So again, in the stocks that you believe in, the stocks that you have a strong conviction in, it's just a case of holding if you are able to hold. I know obviously times are very, very tough now, but going forward I do expect a recovery as soon as we reach the bottom. Where the bottom is, we don't know. It could be a case of maybe another 5 or 10% down. It could be a case of we may avoid a recession. We may just continue in a bear market for now. But one thing that I can say is nobody knows the future. There are predictions of a recession, but one thing about the market, if anybody is able to time the market, then please forward their name to me. Now I'm going to provide an update for ticker symbol MMTLP with a particular focus on Oilco and some important developments with regard to Oilco. So to make a start, I'm going to give a shout out here to Maxed Investor 89. So thank you Maxed Investor 89 here. And what he's posted on Twitter here is, it seems like Oilco Holdings Incorporated name was changed to Next Bridge Hydrocarbons Incorporated on the Nevada SOS yesterday. There might be more than just a name change, but we have to pay to see the filing context. So let's have a look at a follow-up statement and comment on here. So another shout out here to Afa Q, and what he said here is, as per Nevada SOS, the registry a filing was made yesterday to Oilco. So we're talking about 30th of June 2022 here, and the name was updated to Next Bridge Hydrocarbons. So again, confirmation here from another investor here, and he said, is something cooking, MMTLP, is this something that we can expect? Should we expect confirmation of the 3.2 billion barrels that we saw under the same label? This play is such a tease. Quick response here from the bird lady, and what she said, yes, things are about to get real. I'm looking forward to the S1. So the S1 is still something that has not yet been released, which is something that we're looking forward to, in terms of we have been teased with this, we have been promised this, but let's have a look at confirmation of this name change and what it might mean. Let's start by having a look at the business information. One thing that I can confirm, that any searches for Oilco are no longer producing results. So what we are now seeing is, if we search Next Bridge Hydrocarbons Incorporated, this is the business information that we are receiving. So we can see that this is domestic corporation. Its formation date here is 31st of August 2021, so it's established approximately 1 year ago. The entity status is active. It is due an annual report on the 31st of August 2022, but I don't expect too much there. In terms of jurisdiction, we've got Florida, and status also active. So let's continue with the business information, but now looking at other information, such as who it's identified as the president. So we can see here George is identified as the president. We have the address, Texas, USA, Plano Parkway Suite. So we're well aware of this address. In terms of one key difference, I think we need to just see for clarification here is the common shares. So we have 500 million common shares here. So this is a little bit of a discrepancy with Oilco. So let's see if we can dig a little bit deeper here and see why we have 500 million shares, and is that the correct number. And what we can see here, once we click on the filing history, we can see again clarification, or you could say correction here. On the right hand side we click on shares, but now we can see the number of shares is 250 million. So this now tallies up with the common shares identified for Oilco. So potentially it could be some error there, but again, in terms of the company and communication from the company, there has been no clarification or announcement with regard to this update or change from either John Berda or George. But again, I think investors would certainly be looking forward to some communication that they are able to share. So finally, in terms of a conclusion, what does this all mean? I think, in my opinion, I think we're getting very, very close. Hopefully we'll get an S1 very, very soon. But one thing that I think does frustrate the investors and people who have been in this for a long period of time is the lack of communication from the official management, but hopefully we get that soon. So fingers crossed for a quick update and a quick resolution to this whole matter. What I'd now like to do is finish off by having a quick review of our weekly watch list from last week. So as you know, last week was also again a very difficult trading week on the market, but some of the stocks that we called out included ticker symbol BHAT, Mullen Automotive, that I'm sure you're aware of, that we had a number of catalysts for that. We also called out TCON and also Rain. So let's have a look at how some of these did. So start with the chart for ticker symbol RAIN, also known as Rain Therapeutics, and we can see over the previous 5 days the stock was up in excess of 70% at time of previous editing at $5.78. So some tremendous gains made there. We also called out ticker symbol TCON, TCON, also known as Tracon Pharmaceuticals, and at time of editing previously this stock was just down close to 1%. However, over the previous 5 days at time of editing from when we called it out, it was up in excess of 25%. And the last one that we called out was ticker symbol BHAT, Blue Hat Interactive Entertainment Technology, and the time of editing this was down 18%. But if you have a look at the chart here, from the 27th of June when we called it out up to the 30th of June, there was a potential there to make a return of 35%. So 27th of June, this was trading around about $2.25. 30th of June, this was trading close to the $3 mark. So that was a good opportunity there to sell out, take profit, and obviously protect your gains. So in terms of the next weekly watch list, this will be available to exclusive to Discord members again prior to trading on the Tuesday. So to get access to this, you can join the Discord for as little as $9 a month. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.